Happy Saturday, people. So today I'm going to show you the tackle shed storage. Bit of advice I've had for this YouTube channel is just to be yourself, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be me. I'm going to show you my shed. I'm going to show you what I had to do because a few months ago I had a lot of mould stressing me out. So I had to put a little change to it, if you know what I mean. So I'll catch you down there. Maybe myself, being a knobhead, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do in you sometimes. Right then, so here we are. This was the frame that I built just because, as I mentioned earlier, we had that probably start of winter. I started noticing everything going mouldy. I had a nightmare and it was stressing me out so bad. So what I did was, so before I had everything pretty much piled up on top of each other, and I don't think that was helping at all. So built these nice and cheap, nice and solid. 2x4s. I think it worked out about £3.50 a length, £3.50 a length. So as I said, nice and cheap, nice solid wood. I say, to be fair, I never attached it to the actual base of the shed because if you check out this picture, so that's what it was like before. And I boarded it out, but then I noticed that because it was quite thin wood, that I started picking up a bit of mould as well. So I had to rip that all back out, insulate behind, and then I insulated in front as well, which, to be honest, it probably has still gone mouldy, but can't see it anymore. So yeah, as I said, and then these boards here, just laminated floor, went to Wix's, and they were just selling them off cheap just because it had a little chip here and there. So I think I was getting packs for like £5. And as I mean, solid wood. It was doing the job perfect. So yeah, all I was doing, I kind of built this frame as well, bearing in mind if I needed to take it with me, when, weren't going to say this, but when we get a new shed eventually, and that is eventually. So yeah, all I did, just labelled them up bottom, so I knew where they went. Just because if if you check out these pictures in the bit that I'm going to put on, you'll see how bad this shed was before. So I just slid in there like that. Let's say them again. And I just lapped them in. I mean, solid base for the shed, and then middle. To be honest, I think I've labelled these ones. So what's that now? Middle. Should we say 2? Because we've got 4 levels in here, so middle 2, like that. And we put these ones in as well. Get that way. Again, solid base. Yeah, so that's where we got to. Built the rackings. I put this on. This was originally hanging the barrow on there, but I just left them on anyway because I was going to try and fit a push bike on there, as daft as it sounds. But it would have fit unless it was for that piece of wood for the handlebars there. But yeah, I ended up putting the barrow under there. That used to be like made quite like a little door sort of thing, if you like, across there, and that held everything in. But then I noticed once I put my bed chair in, it started getting a little bit mouldy and stuff, so just left that open for air ventilation. I put this vent in here, I put one on the inside, one on the outside, obviously for it to air through. I don't know if you can see, I put one at the back over there. You can see straight through that one. And then to match it, I'll put one just behind that door there, so obviously once the door slid shut. And then we got one over here as well. That goes straight through. That just brings anything coming through here. Insulated all these back bits here. And underneath. And then insulated that back bit across there. I left that bit uncovered just because once I put that vent in, just mould seemed to just stop growing all together then, so that worked out for me. As I said, built all these framings, put this one in here, just for anything, spare boxes, spare bits of this and that. Then I put this one in. That there, West Midlands Angler, that's my TikTok. If you want to follow, it's up to you. I'll leave it up to you, but I'll put it down here in the and then I've got a bait shelf across there. That's just where I do my rigs and stuff on here. As I said, you'll probably see a bit of that on TikTok if you do drop me a follow. And then, as I said, we built all that there just for stuff. Sleeping bags, barra, big bed chair behind. Got a smaller bed chair there for my lad. And yeah, this is just bits and bobs. This is the trolley bag. Little attachment, spare unlucky mat. Spare bag there, don't even use that anymore. Over wrap for the sleeping bag, and then a fan. That'll probably come out in the summertime. So yeah, I've don't even noticed. It's a metal shed frame, and then it's been insulated and boarded inside. Put this artificial grass down. Artificial.
Let's get it out now,
artificial
mate,
grass. But then what I noticed, weren't sure if there's any moisture coming up for the ground, so I put some shed felt, roof felt on there underneath, and that seems to do the trick as well. To be honest, it keeps it nice and warm in here. Yeah, just built that. That's when I come across here. I'm not nipped that bit out there because that was joined at one point, and then we fitted the chairs in there perfect, nice and snug, like it was made for them. And then another bag, like I said, with the ventilation coming through from that side across and up, left all these ones open. So if you can see that, there's gaps in between that one. Look, and then I've left the gap up there ready for that vent at the end, just to get rid of any trapped air in here. And I said, yeah, seems to be doing the job. Got a couple of little picks over there, little canal banger, mirror carp, nice common, come out early morning. No nice little common. That was actually on a match pool, that was. Yeah, quite a decent size, 20 plus. And then obviously the magical warrior up the top there, had to put him in here. As I said, so when we had the mould situation, I was just going to buy loads of these, to be honest, because it's kept stuff perfect in here. These was the bed chair pillars. But no mold's ever got inside the box, to be honest. It's got waterproofs in there. Yeah, and then since we built these shelving, I ain't noticed anything going mouldy, to be honest. But I built this shelf here anyway, specifically for this box. So that fits in there nice and snug. Just like so. So that was that. And then we got another one, but these was the original because I thought air ventilation, air in the box might have helped the situation with damp and mould. But yeah, just in there, just keep it really. Boots, gas bottles, bivvy table, and then I found a little home up there, nicely. And then this fitted nicely in this side. Like so. He's found little homes in this shelf. Which fit perfect. Same with this one. And then we had a knocking mat down the bottom, which fit nice as well. Little spare fox bag, and then the spare bivvy table, which is quite a good one actually, metal one. It's that all, it was all made for it really. And then I found a little home for the bivvy, which slid right under there nicely without blocking up that vent. That was the main important thing for that to fit in there. Bait tubs fit nicely in there, like it was meant to be. And then we had the barrow wheel, which fit nicely in there, and the handles. And then the sling, found a little home there. And the rods, and a nice little home up here. Like it was meant to be. So yeah, that was that. Everything's just fitted where it needed to be fair. A little workout that was. But yeah, it's all nicely stored away now. Everything's off the floor. There you go. Tackle shed then / storage. Just need an upgrade soon, I think. Bigger space, but as I said, it's perfect for me at the minute. Ideal. Could do my rigs and my baits on there. Do normally have a little light up there on that attachment, but obviously I could put it in, take it out when I need it. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching. I might do a part 2 of this video. As I said, follow me on TikTok if you want. See a few little bits that I do in this shed on there. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.